hip hop. We'll keep it on. I'm gonna hit y'all on the head first. Who are the best rappers of all time? Period. From your point of view, we gonna start off there and we go lead into it.
Okay.
Go.
Well, to me, like it's a category. Like some stand in the category of their own. Like Rakim is just like his own category. That's like the God MC. So that's and it's funny because I don't even put him like in like a top 5 because I'm just like, nah, that's God MC. Right
this is interesting.
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up on Rakim, right? You gotta think. When I'm 6,
right.
Jay-Z's the biggest rapper in the world.
Word.
Biggie, Jay, like those are people. So, but every hip hop thing you ever see, people love Rakim.
Right.
So it leads me to ask you, what about Rakim stood out when you were listening to? Like, I'm trying to get why everybody from that era loves Rakim so much.
Well, no, he's the one that developed like the flow, like a flow. It's not broken down into like hip hop. It's flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like he rides that beat. You know what I'm saying? And like no other, like nobody else around that time. What was that? Like what? Like 80s? Mid-80s? Yeah, nobody was doing that. Like, just that itself just stood out, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's in the category of its own. Everybody trying to emulate him. So that's God MC. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I don't even put him in like, I'm a top 5. You know, I'm like, he stands in the category all his own.
You got the Rakim.
Rakim, me personally, is Black Thought because I thought about this. I would literally, I would kind of put him up against anybody. Like, you know how you choose an MC, like, I don't know if he would be good against so-and-so or whoever, so-and-so. Like, I really think Black Thought can take on anybody, and I would be confident in his skill. You know what I'm saying? So
last one.
He's number one. Nas has got to be there, man. Okay. Like, he just does.
I like this new album a lot.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm going to go last.
It's
don't
really
worry,
good.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know, man. It's
fitness
it's hard.
Guru.
It's hard. I don't know about fitness guru, man. But I mean, I will say that immersed in hip hop in all aspects of hip hop. You know what I mean? It is transcended. But one thing in regards to favorite lyricists, because rappers is different to me than hip hop artists. There's a different term.
Explain.
Right? A rapper is somebody that just does it for business, right?
Okay.
You know, I can sell dope and make money. I can work at Walmart and sell washing machines to make money. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make me that. Mm-hmm. A hip hop artist lives it.
Right.
Cultivates
it's a culture.
You know what I'm saying? This is everything I do.
Word.
Right? You know what I mean? I'm not just doing this to make money. That's why I'm like with the fitness, I don't do it. If I was independently wealthy enough to do it, I would still do it. It's a love.
I see exactly what you're saying.
So hip hop, and I'm gonna change your question slightly if you don't mind. Rakim is my of all time. It's not only because of
that's crazy.
Not only because of his flow, but like how he transcended the flow. So in the beginning, most people would rhyme off the blah blah blah, done, blah blah blah, son, blah blah blah. One, he rapped. His verses, his rhymes were in the middle of the rhyme.
Right.
It didn't always break down to like simplicity, right? You know what I'm saying? He was also a jazz artist. He was a musician. Right. So his tracks, his lyrics flowed like a saxophone.
Yeah.
He would put words and rhymes in the middle of the rhymes, right? That's why he was, to a lot of MCs, not us, but MCs that are prominent.
Oh, yeah.
KRS-One, Big Daddy Kings, you know what I mean? Like, yo, he was on a whole nother level. Cool G Raps.
Right.
It was like, yo, I never heard no shit like this.
That's what I always hear.
So, you know what I mean? So he dropped it, and then just his whole demeanor, his whole character. I actually modeled myself after him as a young person. Because I was like, yo, I thought this was dope. That's what hip hop is, right?
Yeah.
Like, we look at people, right?
Yeah,
it's dope. Like,
hip hop inspires the culture. That's what it does.
So like he's my favorite top. And then after that, I put, KRS-One, because just the liveness of the show, the battle, the party. MC means to move the crowd, right? There's elements of hip hop, and like when KRS-One step on the scene, it's like, yo, it's not no normal like, oh, we're watching this hip hop show. You like, this shit is crazy.
Where?
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Right? We feeling it. We're a part of the show. We're a part of the movement. And then give you real quick third, and there's I don't mean it in this order, but yes, 1 and 2 is Rakim and KRS. There's maybe some others old school because I'm old. I'm an older dude, but Nas is up there in terms of lyricism.
So 2 Nas is
You
2
can't fuck
Rakim.
with
That
Nas.
says a lot.
It's it, man. I mean, you got to think about it. Like the culture started in the mid to early '80s. I mean,
Right.
I'm sorry, mid to late '80s.
Right.
So you got to look at our ages.
Yeah, true.
So of course we saw shit that you didn't see.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Jay-Z, boom, that's what you saw when we was younger. But we saw people before Jay. And those people before Jay influenced Jay.
I mean, interestingly enough, you always hear Hov mention Big Daddy Kane. He always says to him, he's like, Big Daddy Kane's my favorite rapper. And to me, I'm like, huh? And I go back and listen. There's stuff I like, but I just, I wasn't alive. But I always got to remember, it's not like basketball for me. I always equate everything back to basketball. It's like, Jordan's always going to be my GOAT because that's what was in my face my whole life. But there was other players before Jordan. There was David Thompson. There was Dr. J.
Right.
And there was Kareem. And it's like, you know what? I can't get mad when people be like, yo, nah,
It definitely has a lot to do with the era
And
that you grew up in.
That's the era. Because, like, check it, right? Before God, Sham God, there was no Sham God. And you know that move because you
exactly.
You know the Sham God, right?
Exactly.
So before that, but somebody else did that move before Sham God.
Right.
It just became
or at least a variation of
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
He had to get inspired from somebody to do
Absolutely, man. You know what I mean? Decades and time frames mean a lot.
Yeah,
100%. That's the main reason I wanted to ask you that question because it's just different areas. Because my answer is going to differ, of course. But
I want to hear yours.
I knew it would involve rappers I wouldn't pick.
Right.
That was the point.
Right.
So it's like, and that's why when you said it, I was so hyped.